boys and girls, cats and kittens. Welcome to the new and improved podcast.
Applause, applause, applause.
Through the highs and the lows for 4 years running, the podcasts have been here for you, bringing the victories and the defeats, the joys and the sorrows, and we're just getting started. I'm your show producer, Bella, the coordinator of the chaos, and if you want to talk to Scott, gotta get through me, so be nice. Here at the podcast, we do it a bit different. We're all about the investment angle of crypto, no hype, but rational and objective context of what we are buying and what we are selling. And we strive to be entertaining and informative while we do it. So strap in, fill your glass, and without any further ado, I give you the podcaster himself, the one and only Great Scott. Dazzle me, boy.
And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome to the podcast. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Interesting day, man. Look, yesterday was fantastic, man. I was making bank. I was hitting everything. But there's no real insight into that. You just see the market. It bottomed out. Well, it didn't bottom out, but the market was very low. There's still a lot of energy going around. Coming off a bad weekend, man, it's not real hard to, if you got capital, it's not real hard to make 10, 12 grand just scalping. And we did. So happy days and good for me. But today brought another thing, and yesterday brought another thing, and now it's all starting to settle out, or starting to shake out. So I've been talking to the Levana folks today, and they did want to come on the show, man. Look, guys, I know I'm doing you a favor because I would absolutely rip the ass right out of you tonight, and because I'm beholden to nobody. We're not a sponsored channel. We don't represent Cosmos, and I'm pretty much free to say anything I want because this is an opinion editorial channel. But based on everything that's come out, yeah, I'm doing you a favor. All right, you don't want to be on here with me right now because it would not go well for you. But they did give me a statement, so I'm going to go ahead and read the statement for them verbatim. Now, before we do that, I'm going to do something that I don't think I've ever done it, Bell. All right, we're going to go to our actual sponsors before we go on and start dissecting this. And it is important that you understand how important this product is to you. How important this product is to anybody who's in Web3 development. And you guys, if you don't need us yet, you will eventually. Now, you needed us yesterday, but you didn't have it. So, friends, listen, you may not think you need us, but you need us. If not now, then soon. Are you spinning up a questionable Web3 product? Are you in a hurry to launch because, you can gots to get paid? Is merchandising and hype more important than an actual product with actual security or an actual plan for rollout? Well then, you might want to set aside $9.99 for our world-class crypto loss accountability playbook, and we're going to give another round of applause right there. When the worst happens to your investors, and it will, Levana, the CLAP, or the clap, will help you through these first few days of tension until a brighter and more notable exploit happens to take the eyes off your project. The clap has got you covered with the canned statements necessary to make it all go away, kind of. We are so sorry. There was nothing we could do. Nothing we could do. Your money is gone. Or we are working closely with those in authority to recover your funds. And the classic, my favorite one, we will keep you updated on the progress because we feel your pain. Now, we all know, I can't even get this out, Bill. We all know, right, that we're early. Crypto is early, and these things happen. What are you going to do, huh? But when they happen to you, and they will, Levana, just keep the clap handy and spread it to your investors. The clap is a rite of passage for most, and if they haven't gotten it yet, why not now? It's available online at theclap.com, and we only accept Visa or MasterCard. We don't want your crypto. Get Get the clap now. You're going to need it. And there you go. I just wanted to preface this one, guys. I wanted to get that out. We wanted to get that out in front. We usually do these at 20-minute breaks, but it's better. I think in this case, it's better to go ahead and get it out. So what happened? Again, we're not a paid channel, so I can say whatever the hell I want. I don't understand why Levana needed a token. I never did. Now, we did discuss this, and they said it's just very high-level economics, and I wouldn't understand it. Okay, I'm not gonna get into the weeds with you on that, but I've never quite understood why they needed a token anyway. They're an L2. All right, they really don't need one, but they're goddamn good and well going to have one, and they did, and it launched, and here here it is right now. Believe it or not, that's actually up. That's up over where it launched. It only launched at 30 cents, went to like $1.60 before the worst that could happen did happen, and that's kind of what we're discussing here. So there was no malicious. I don't believe that there was any malicious intent unless they're pulling the wool over everybody's eyes. I don't believe that there was any malicious intent. This was simply incompetence. That's it. And their statement seems to back that up, that they biffed it. I mean, that's all there is. Now, I did ask them a series of questions. They didn't get back to me on those, but I could probably answer that myself. My big one is, are you going to take care of all the people that you just bombed over on Osmosis? Everybody was buying your token over there. That bled off 60% just like that. Are you going to take care of those people and make them whole? And all I got from there was silence. And by the way, this is why I thought it better not to have them on the show, because I'd be asking this question directly here, and I'd get to watch them kind of squirm. And that we're not about that. We're just not about that here. Actually, that's exactly what we're about. But I'll tell you what, if you guys want them on, we could certainly bring them on. Anyway, look, let me just give you their statement, and then we can take that apart a little bit, and we'll all see what we see. So I asked them directly for a statement. Tell me what you want me to put out. I'll go ahead and put it out, and then I'll start taking it apart. So here's the statement, and this is verbatim. All right, number one, Levana team didn't dump tokens. Now, I happen to believe that. I do believe that they didn't purposefully dump team tokens. I don't believe that occurred. I don't believe that there was any malice intended. Two, Foundation gave tokens to a market maker that is supposed to provide liquidity and keep central exchange and decentral exchange prices similar. Now, I'll get back to that, but I'm going to pause it there for a second, because I really got to ask, why are you launching on a central exchange? Why? I mean, I don't see the point in that. Clearly, you want people to buy your token. Buy the token on a protocol that doesn't really need one. So to me, it just reeks of cash grab. That's it. They want that price up there. They have a bunch of them. They want to be able to let them go. They want to get paid. So I didn't really see any purpose in them launching on a central exchange token, because, it comes down to me, what does the token do aside from staking and all magic internet money stuff that we get really good, that really, really happens a lot here over in the Cosmos. But I digress. Number three, market maker dumps a bunch of Levana on Osmosis 30 minutes into the central exchange launch to keep the prices similar. Now, that did happen. And the amount that was dumped was approximately $400,000 worth. That went bam, just like that. So because there was no real sell pressure over on Osmosis, because it's a brand new thing, prices were going up. Because the prices were running up, lots of people were piling in, because this is crypto and this is what we do. We will absolutely pile into a FOMO rush, going up only, never going to see the bottom of this. It's wonderful. We're all getting paid. And then 30 minutes after Gate.io launches, all of that went straight down. I'm talking one of those just epic red candles. Now, we dismiss this in crypto. We let it go because we're like, well, it's a rite of passage. It's crypto. It's crypto, and this happens in crypto, and we have normalized this to the point where people are just cool getting 60% of their capital. Bam, gone. just like that. We're cool with it. We're okay with it because, hey, it's crypto. And with the meme season spinning up and everybody losing their damn minds out of this, man, it's just going to get worse. It is not going to get better. It's going to get worse. But don't worry, Scott's going to be here for the whole thing, telling you guys all about it. So that is what happened. Now, this is where it goes off the rails a little bit for me, but I told him I'd read it. 4, Levana has been building for 3 years, survived Terra, and has a very popular and profitable app. Makes no sense for the team to rug, especially not 30 minutes into the token launch on the central exchange. Now, that is called your narrative. You're trying to build your narrative. You're trying to say it just makes no sense for the team to dump. Why would the team dump? We have been over here building for 3 years. We've survived everything. Building. We've survived it all. It would make no sense for us to dump, right? Isn't that correct? Right? That is a shit narrative, man. That's bad. Again, my opinion, guys. It's opinion editorial channel. I can say whatever the hell I want. That's my opinion. And you guys, for all the great builders and all the great token designers and all the great econ people, the thing that you're missing is public relations. All of you guys seem to think you simply don't need them, and then you do that. And I'm telling you flat out, you need PR. And the guy that runs your Discord account or your Twitter account is not public relations. There is a very, very special skill set that's needed for this, and you certainly don't have it. Again, I disagree with that. I told him I'd read it, and I'm going to give you my opinion on it again because it's opinion editorial. That is a shit thing to put out. Why did you send that to me? Anyway, on to number 5. Airdrop is tomorrow. So big round of applause for everybody who's going to get a whole bunch of Levana that is now still kind of on its way down. Now, Bitcoin might have a little bit to do with that, but no. Bitcoin is not the thing that's causing this. It's the fact that anybody who's holding that token right now knows or should know that a big airdrop is going to be coming out tomorrow. We've already seen what happened to that token, and it does not take a Sherlock Holmes out here to figure out what is about to happen. It's your money. It's your business. I'm not taking a side on this at all. I have very, very little stake. So I'm not even sure if it's a regional airdrop or not. Doesn't matter. Anything I get, if I happen to get one, I want nothing to do with this. But again, good luck with your thing going forward. Number 6, Osmosis LP rewards are live and impressive. And we'll take a look at that. We're going to take a look at those LP rewards that are live and impressive. And number 7. Now, this is another one I have a little bit of a problem with, but I'm going to read it, and you guys can form your own opinion. Number 7, it sucks what happened, but we yelled at the the market maker, and they won't do it again. And the last bit is that is the statement. So they did yell at the market maker, and the market maker promised not to do it again. But I would say I will refer you guys all to the Crypto Losses Accountability Playbook, because this is not like this is a unique situation. This is not like it's the first time that it happened. It's not like people haven't rugged out here. And I'm not saying they did. I believe every word of their statement. I believe it was sheer incompetence. I don't believe it had any malicious intent. But I do got to ask, you've been building for 3 years. You said it yourself. You survived everything. You said it yourself. But you couldn't survive your own launch because you did not disable that pool while all of this was getting fleshed out. That's what you should have did. Now, surely, with all of your builders and all of your genius and all of your survival instincts, surely you should have done that, right? Because when the prices go to get balanced, it's going to get hammered. So why did you leave that pool live knowing what was about to happen on the other side? You had to know, or you definitely should have known. Because if one of these things is priced at $1.60 and one of these is priced at 54 cents, guess what's about to happen? Guess what the is about to do? So all of the time that you've had to put this into consideration and get all this stuff together, you miss that one little element. I consider it a massive, massive miss. And again, the question that I would put out is, are you going to take care of the people that you just bombed over here? Because nothing in crypto is private. People can show you their transactions. They can show you this is where you fucked me. So are you guys going to do the right thing? Are you going to step up? Are you going to open those big wallets of that massive valuation that you got? And are you going to make the people over on Osmo whole? Because you did it. You can blame the You can blame anybody that you want. But by your own admission, you did it. So are you going to fix people up? If you want to survive, if you want to thrive, if you want to get back good community goodwill and all that stuff, and if you want to step up and actually do the right thing, which would be, you'd be about the first. You'd be about the first people ever in crypto to do this, to actually step up and say, we bombed it, we biffed, we're sorry, we're going to make you whole. Show us the transactions, show us where you got ruined, and we're going to cover that for you. If they did it, you would probably be the very first people in crypto to do it. It would definitely get me back on your side that I could, there it is. You're right. There was no malice. They simply did not roll it out correctly, and they made everybody that they wrecked whole. You got me, babe. I'm back on your side. I'm not a great, we don't have a huge audience, but we have a loud voice. So, yeah, it wouldn't be terrible to do that, and I'd be happy to discuss that with you. If you're willing to do that, you're welcome on the show, man. We will have you on whenever the hell you want because you're now authentic crypto, and we haven't really seen that before. Anyway, that's it. That's my whole monologue. Belle, do we have any questions, comments, concerns, or observations?
We've got a few comments and a couple of questions, yes.
Okay.
So first one coming in from Gustav. Hello, I saw this question on the Discord earlier today, but I did not see the response. Is the 872 pool on Osmosis, USDC Grav, and USD Axelar real, or is there some hidden caveat? Is that pool worth looking into?
Let's take a look. What's the pool number, Belle?
872.
Well, let's take a look here. I see anything that high on two stable tokens, this is the one that you're talking about, right there. USDC Grav, USDC Axelar. Is that the pool they were asking about? Okay. I see a 36% APR based on a volume of $38,495 and a total liquidity in that pool of 14,000. So a lot of people are trading USDC Gravity Bridge for Axelar, but you're talking about $105 worth of total fees on here. You have a lot of volume by percentage. You have a lot of volume on a pool that has effectively no liquidity on it. Those APRs are going to be skewed. So whatever you think you're going to make, you're not going to make because this is it's one of those lovely stables. So what you think is going to happen here is not going to happen. However, if you do happen to have a lot of stable tokens, you're not doing nothing with them. You could do worse. Don't think you're going to make 36%. It's not like that. That's going to be up, down, all over the board. So caveat emptor on that one. Hope that answered the question. Bill, carry on.
Into the cosmos. The FUD on Twitter by Pencil Necks is crazy. It was Market Maker who did that, and Levana have no control over what a market maker does with their allocation. It is what it is. I bought at 0, 30 cent, and 50 cent. And Scott, Levana will be introducing to holders a percentage of the fees the Levana platform generates. This year, it collected over 1 million in fees and 1 billion in trading volume. It's a no-brainer buy.
Okay, so again, if they're doing all of this business, I'll ask the same question I've been asking: why do they need a token? If you're doing all of this, why do you need a token? I did happen to go out and look at other perp dexes that survive and thrive just fine without a token. I found this one. It took Forge Perps. I'm not saying use it. I'm saying it took me 5 seconds to find it. All right, so yes, there are plenty of perp dexes, lots of stuff out there. And Into the Cosmos, man, I'm not trying to fight with you here, babe. I'm just giving you my opinion. If you like them, good, man. Go with God. I'm sure it's going to work out wonderfully. For me, I think my money can be spent a little bit better. So I will be steering clear of this unless they step up and do the right thing. And I get it, man. I get it. You're right. It's the market maker. They have no control over that, but they do have control over their own pool. So I would say the same thing. Why didn't they turn off their pool? Why this thing settled down so that people didn't get flattened in this? Why didn't they do that? Because they do have control over that. Hope that answered the question. Belle, carry on.
All right. Hambadeo actually dropped the comment, and this will get a laugh. If y'all don't hit the like on this video, Levana will dump on you again. Followed by Brownsburg. I hit like, I don't want to get rugged. Wait, I don't own the token.
There you go, man. You get a round of applause for dodging that bullet, because that bullet did it. And again, guys, look, man, we can't undo this, but let me let you in on a little secret here in crypto. People forget. We do. We have 5-second goldfish memories. We absolutely forget every time something bad happens. We will absolutely forget about it. It's bad for a couple days, then we forget about it, then we move back in, then the shillers come in and they start telling you what a good deal this is and everything's going to be cool and don't you worry about it and can't you see it and this is the last time to buy at this price and all the other bullshit canned statements that come out. So yes, people absolutely 100% forget, and they'll forget this too. They will. It'll be a thing for about a week, and then it'll just fade away like it never, ever happened. Anyway, we are at break here. So with the meme frenzy that seems to be going on in the cosmos right now, even though these things are getting shellacked right now. And again, it's not all Bitcoin, man. It's just the meme culture. We have another product. We're paid to talk about this one. We're not paid. But Belle's going to tell you all about it. Belle, take it away. Tell everybody about a non-crypto app that they should really have on their phone. Go, Belle.
Hi there, friends. Let me ask you a question. You're at home, family's out, you're wearing your comfy sweatpants that cup your junk like a pair of angel wings, and you say to yourself, hey, I can watch some porn, or I can buy some crypto. Does this happen to you? Why, sure it does. But what is the result of this indecision? You buy Sheba Pac-Man Obama Big Macchiato, and you bought at the top. You're sad, and you should be. What were you thinking? Well, now, direct from our favorite sponsor, Tom, of Tom's Doggy Dentist and Super Short Fused Firecrackers, comes the Crypto Angel app. What does it do? This app will save many bad crypto decisions with a very simple series of questions before you are allowed to make that purchase. What does this crypto do? What does this crypto do? And what does this crypto do? If you can't answer these questions, you can't buy it. Tom to the rescue again. And you know what? You are welcome. The low monthly fee will save you many tears and much money. Stop the madness. And Tom is here to make sure you will. And if you order now, Tom will throw in the shame on you upgrade. Not only will it not allow you to make the trade, but it will also shock the shit out of you so you don't do it again. Embrace the future, folks. It has arrived, but you've got to act now. Operators are standing by, and we will be right back.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast. Thank you. Okay, we're all done with the Levana talk. So if you stuck around for that, if you got questions, go ahead and get them in. Please understand that all I have is opinion on this. All right, that's it. I'm a little bit sad to say I actually made some money on it. I saw as soon as it launched, I don't know, I bought like $5,000 and just watched it run up, sold it. Said, nope, enough's enough. Anything goes up that fast is going to come down that fast. I didn't know it was going to come down as fast as it did. Huh? There you go. Look, we even got... I didn't know it was going to do that.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah, we made some bucks on it. We're gonna kind of call it good. But we'll keep an eye on it, man. Like that's about it. Like I said, it's going to survive. People forget. They forget all about what happened and only care about what's going to happen. And again, they pay people to talk about this stuff. So we'll have to visit that one. Some interesting things that I did see actually was I think it was a Coinbase article. I could have been mistaken about that. But it was an actual big article, and they called out a cash on that one, and I thought that was awesome because 2024 is going to be the year of DeepIn. Now, that works out wonderfully for me because 2022 and 2023 were my years for DeepIn. 2024 and so forth will continue to be. Those are my heaviest investments because I don't want to mess around with stuff like Levana. I just don't want to play around with Levana. I don't want to play around with Flexa. I don't want to play around with Kajira and the magic internet money tokens because I've been investing for a very, very long time. And I've seen these things come and I've seen them go. In crypto for years and years, but none of this is unique. That's the funny thing, is that none of this is crypto didn't invent it. All they're doing is repackaging things that people have already done. So none of it's unique here. I've seen it. I know when I can profit on it, and I know when I can't. And when it starts to get a little bit volatile, like I think we're drifting into that realm, I just want nothing to do with it. So I'll be keeping my money a lot safer, and my safer money is actually going to be in DeepIn, like your Cash, your Jackal, so forth and so on. And AI tokens. AI tokens have been absolutely just pounding it. I mean, pounding it. Orai. That, you know what? Oh, look, Bella went under 50 cents. Don't worry. Everything's fine, guys. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about the airdrop. Don't be concerned. Everything's going to be just fine. Where the hell did it go? Where's Orai chain? Arai's been an absolute monster for me, and it will continue to be an absolute monster for me. Now, sad to say that on the other wallet, not this one, but the little wallet, the little 5K wallet that we actually took this thing all the way up. Lost a couple grand on it today, but we had it up to about 49,000 yesterday. So that was we 10x the wallet. So from mid-September to now, whatever date it is, we fully 10x the wallet. I couldn't be happier about it. It's a little under now, but we were about 49,000 last night. It was a rough day. I mean, it was just a rough day. All of the everything that we'd been claiming and harvesting, all of that kind of faded out. And I've effectively cleared this wallet. The only things that I'm still holding are Jackal and Dissenter. Now, I'm holding about $5,000 worth of Osmo because Osmo's just been on these really, really interesting runs, but it's running more or less with Bitcoin. So with Bitcoin coming down, I'm comfortable leaving that there. I'm not looking to smash it out of the park. I'm just looking to get on base, and I think I can get 500, 600, 700 out of that when Osmo goes on another little run. Based on market sentiment, I still think the price. I don't want to be an Osmo long term. I have no interest in it. I don't care. It's a DEX, and I can get DEXs anywhere. So it happens to be a successful one, but again, crypto goldfish memory. All right, I understand what maintains this token. And I also remember this token being at 23 cents when other tokens were still flying off. So you can't say the whole market was down. That's the same bullshit that they always pass out there, that the fly-by-night shillers always pass out there. Well, no, you just got... So I'm more than happy to profit on it as long as it's going up based on market sentiment. Right now, there's still some room to run in this one. Bitcoin's going to come. Bitcoin's going to get a little pop. When it does, Osmo's going to run with it. And I'm going to take cash, scalp it off, and push it wherever I want. But I did clear out a lot of my other stuff. And sadly, one of them that I cleared out was Arai. But I cleared it out because I was buying all this stuff at $4. And when it goes from $4 to $7 and you happen to have $8,000 or $9,000 worth, you're going to realize profits on it. And I did. Now, we're going to take this wallet right here, and we were going to break it into two different wallets, two $25,000 wallets. I'll ask you guys which one would be more entertaining for you. We were going to take one of those $25,000 wallets, and I was going to aggressively day trade it, the same thing that I did with this wallet the entire time. We were going to aggressively day trade it. And in the other wallet, I was going to get into what I consider smooth, reasonable investments, and I was going to be LPing all of that, LPing it or staking it just to see how these two wallets perform. So that was put out last night that we should maybe do something like that, and I'm cool with it if that's something that you guys want to see. We're not your typical YouTube channel, all right? We are investors. We invest in these things. I don't show up here hoping that people tip or that we get sponsorships or any of that other stuff, because if you wanted to sponsor this channel, you're going to have more money than I have to actually get out there for me to sing your narratives. And I mean, we're not doing it for $500 a month. All right. It's not even close, dude. I make $2-3 grand scalping every day. But if that's something that you guys might be interested in, I'm more than happy to do it. You can see it now that the bulk of this, almost half of this wallet is fully sitting in cash. I de-risked yesterday. I cleared everything. I didn't know what today was going to bring. I cleared it all out. So we're mainly sitting in cash, not moving the Jackal, and I'm not moving the Dissenter. Those are the two big ones that really got this wallet pumping. So I'm not dumping either one of those tokens. But I'm more than happy to break them apart if you guys would like to see a compare and contrast, meaning a $25,000 wallet that's being aggressively day traded by somebody who knows how to do it, and one that is more of a slow, easy kind of grind. Not easy. This is crypto, man. Nothing in here is easy. Again, I don't care what they tell you on Twitter. Nothing over here is easy. It is a grind. But for the people who might be a lot more hands-off on crypto. So if I did that, I would take that $25,000. I would invest it in what I consider value props, meaning higher, more upside than downside. We'll stake it. We will LP it. We will put it to work the way most people put it to work. And then we will just compare and contrast the wallets. We'll see how this one is doing once a week, and we'll see how the day trading wallet is doing once a week. So I could do that if there's an interest in it. But please understand that that's a lot of work, all right? Setting up, breaking it apart, different wallets, managing all that stuff, and we don't get a lot of views. We don't have a lot of subscribers. We don't get a lot of views, and that's a lot of work. So if you guys are serious about it, you really want to see it, let me know, all right? And we can maybe do something about that. If it's just kind of, idle curiosity, I'll just keep this and double the wallet again. It's a hell of a lot easier for me to do that, particularly now with the market the way it is now, with everything that's coming up now, and with as much cash as in this wallet. I think that might be the way to go. And believe it or not, my little side goal on this, I'm going to scalp. I'm going to scalp into, it's going to be some work, man, but I'm going to use 3 different wallets to do this, but I'm going to scalp into $250,000 worth of Juno. Don't ask me why. Or you can ask me why. You want to ask, man, we ought to open comments. I'm going to scalp into $250,000 worth of Juno. I'm not going to pay a cent for it, but I will absolutely scalp using OPM, my favorite kind of money, other people's. But we're going to scalp into about $250,000 worth of Juno, but I only want to do that. So when I talk to the Juno people, that they maybe have to listen to me a little bit, or at least take my viewpoint in, because I have an awful lot of skin in the game now. So we're going to try that out and see if we can do it, man. I still hold out very, very high hopes for Juno. I think they're starting to go in the right direction now. If they boot the Core 1 people, if they cut their validator set and really, really get their finances under control, I think that they have a strong enough community that they can more or less pull themselves out of this nosedive. But it's I don't know, Bell. It's tough, man. That is double tough on that, Bell. I listened to a couple of their spaces, man, and I was not hearing what I would have liked to hear. But I'm one person. I don't get them all right, so I don't know on that. Anyway, Bell. Questions, comments, concerns, go.
FFR, my concern with Levana is the project leader stating that they are bankrupt, and this gives them the right to make terrible short-term decisions.
And that's exactly right, man. Look, it's cash grab. They need cash. What better way to make cash than to make a token? What better way to gin up a whole bunch of money than to just make a token? I understand you're bankrupt, man. Look, lots of people out here, lots of these things out here are running like razor thin, almost hat in hand saying, hey, buddy, can you spare 10,000 so that I can pay my devs? Lots of them are running out here just like that. But you guys had a really, really good opportunity here. You did, because you got the market behind you. People like new things. They like getting out. I don't like your decks. I'm fine with perp dexes, but when I make trades, I make big ones, big trades, and I do not believe for a second that you could handle my volume. You just can't. You'll take the money, you'll lock that trade in, but when it comes time to pay me out, something's going to happen. So when I do my business, I tend to do it over on DYDX. The ranges are, the leverage is a little bit more reasonable. They have a lot. They can pay me out. So that's what I'm concerned about until a whole bunch of you perp dexes. And Ellis is going to be launching soon. That's another perp dex. You got Levana. There's a perp dex. I just showed you a perp. They're everywhere. It's not real hard to spin those things up, but it is hard to pay out winners. You need tons of capital for that, and I don't see you guys having that tons of capital. So until you all get together and figure out how to lay off big bets, like the mob's been doing, like bookies have been doing forever, until you guys figure out a way to lay off big bets, you're going to stay small. It's going to be $50, $100, $150 here, and then you're just fighting for customers. So you could do it a couple of ways. I don't particularly care for the way that you're doing it, but I do have fun over there. I mean, I hit you guys all the time. Anyway, hope that answered the question. Bell, carry on.
G. Torres, my opinion on Levana. Levana messed up by hiring an incompetent market maker. Therefore, it's their fault. Buyers of Levana at $1.20 got wrecked, not the investors.
And it is absolutely their fault. They could try to talk, and I mean, they did. They pointed their finger. Hey, it was the market maker, wasn't us. But I mean, you didn't ask us. You hired them. You guys went through this is your thing. It is 100% in-house your thing. When you hire a bad employee and that employee fucks up, you don't blame the employee. You fire the employee. But you hired him. You sat through the interview. You did it. You checked their bona fides. Everything lined up. You said, it's Ducky. Let's go ahead and do it. But your answer to me is, we yelled at the market maker and they won't do that again. They won't do it again because you only get to launch once. What don't you people understand about this? You only get one fucking chance to launch and you bricked it. 100% fucked it up. So you can point your fingers and you can get your people back up there backing you up. Nope, wasn't their fault. It was this guy's fault. And yeah. But who's going to make it up to the people that you bombed? Are you going to do it? Is your market maker going to do it? No. It's crypto. That'll be the answer. Well, it's crypto. This shit just happens. This shit doesn't need to happen anymore. We're not that fucking early. So, yeah, this is exactly why I didn't have the guy on the stream tonight, because I'd be blasting this in his face, and there is no way that you can walk back. You can't walk it back. Or are you going to launch Levana 2? Levana 1. No, that's it, like Adam's doing. Well, we fucked up the first one, so we're going to launch a new token, but this time we got it right. Man, is that crypto. That is crypto in a nutshell. Carry on, Bell.
Andrew Goat, Grote, I know the topic at the moment is Levana, but let's give Ori some love. It's remained a unicorn the way they offer amazing LP rewards and the token continues to run.
Oh man, it is 100% an animal. I'll show it to you guys over here. Hang on. Hang on a second. I got to pick the right wallet. I got a lot of wallets here. Let me pick one that I actually have a little bit on Ori. It's one of my longest running LPs, hands down. And I'm not one that likes to LP anymore. The market doesn't favor it. I know they're going to say something different on Kuji. I'm just telling you, as somebody who makes money, that's not the way I see it. I see it a different way. But yeah, as far as what they're doing over here is simply fantastic. I want them to fix this. No Arai people. I think they pay Cosmos Haas to talk them up now. I don't know. They're paying a couple people, but the pools over here are just fantastic. And you're looking at these big ass APRs. Now these APRs are going to go up and down based on volume of the pool. And typically you can see that I don't keep a whole lot in Arai Atom, but I keep an awful lot in Arai USDC. And I'm real happy with that at 101%, guys. I want you to think about that for a minute. 101%. I have been in this pool for years. The only time I pulled out, the only time I got out of this is when Arai went over $10 during the AI rush. Do you remember that, Belle? Do you remember?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you remember Arai and Fetch, and they were just bombed up there for no reason whatsoever. People started talking AI. Next thing you know, they exploded. That's the only time that I took out of that pool. I took out of that pool simply to liquidate those tokens. If you're going to give me $10 on something that I paid $1.50 for, I knew it wasn't going to hold. All right, this is not my first day in crypto. I knew damn good and well that that thing is not going to hold. I don't care if I catch the top. As long as I'm not on the bottom, I don't care if I catch the very tippy top. And I let them go at about $9, $9.50, something like that. I cleared all these pools. I liquidated all the Arai. I turned it into cash, and then I just waited. And sure enough, Arai settled back down. I started buying back in, and I could not be happier with the performance. This is not my big wallet, guys. I'm not going to show you the big one. As much as I, want to be validated, I'm not showing you those big ass wallets, man. Look, that's mine. That's my business. They're on ledgers. I don't want to go through the trouble. But yeah, these APRs over here, how they managed to do this is an absolute mystery to me. And I'm not one that just simply believes. But over here, that's the only one that I have because they have managed to keep it coming. They are paying you with their DEX token, with a Arai, with the chain token. That's what you're getting over here on these little claimable rewards. I don't make a fortune on this one. I make about $50 a day, but that's $50 a day on tokens that I wasn't doing anything with anyway because I want to hold on to the ORI. I'm going to keep my big pool is always going to be USDT or USDC. It's going to be one or the other. I haven't started pushing into the USDC yet, even though it's a higher percentage, because a bulk of what they pay you out is in ORI X. Their derivative token, and I just don't want to burn it. I mean, I constantly burn these things. Arai X, I got a little bit in there, and I keep it in there just because I'm lazy and I haven't cleared out that pool yet. But I have no real interest in that. What I have a lot of interest in is right over here, the fees that they're earning, the volume, 24-hour volume on the pool, the size of the pools, and the APRs that they're paying me. I am doing incredibly well on this. Now, a nice way of doing this, if you were going to be really long-term on a Arai, what I would do personally is I would keep in those LPs, but I would take those rewards, I'd turn all those rewards into Arai, and I would stake those rewards so that you can kind of break them apart. But that gives you a chance to earn on it with no exposure. These things are going to have IL. They will always have impermanent loss, all of these things, because Arai is kind of a wild man. And if you look at it over 90 days, all of this time is wonderful. Look at it go up. We're killing it. But all of these big highs, these dips, these highs, these lows, everything is impermanent loss that's going to be kicking your ass over the long term. So that's why I will literally put this into USDT. So as the IL starts to beat me up, it becomes USDT. So I have nowhere near $15,000 out of these out of pocket into these. I've been in these pools for years. I have cleared my initial capital a long time ago. But as far as trusting in it, I still don't trust it. I've been in it for years, and I still don't trust it. I get it. I've read their tokenomics. I've been up and down over it, vesting schedules, everything. I've been all over this thing, and it still does not seem like it should hold. The thing that's holding it is the AI narrative, because it's an AI token. The only AI product that I've seen over there is an AI Oracle. That's about the only real AI product I've seen over there. Nothing else on that chain has AI to do anything to do with AI. Nothing. But what do people like about crypto tokens? They like them when they're going up. That's literally it. So it's been on a hell of a run. It's continuing the run. The APRs are just fantastic over here. I would farm it and turn it into cash. I turn half of this into cash every single day. Whatever I pull on here, I will turn half of it into cash every single day. And again, that's not my money. So yeah, Arai, I love it. I spend a lot of time over here. I've done video after video on it. They get no views. Nobody cares. So I'm happy, man. Leave it there. I'll just keep making money. I'm cool with it if you're cool with it. So anyway, hope that answered the question. Bell, carry on.
All right. Amedeo, thoughts on the recent Psy pump, Scott?
People like tokens that go up. That's it, man. Look, there's no real magic or mystery in here. I know we all try to, we try to create narratives ex post facto. That means after the fact. So when something does go up, then we go looking at it and try to figure out why it went up. The truth for most of this out here in the cosmos is it went up because people started buying it, and then when they're done buying it, it's going to go down. Let me show you a perfect little example of this one. It's a little token called Picasso. Are you guys familiar with Picasso? This thing went up over 100% over the last day. I mean, it was just absolutely killing it. Absolutely just going nuts over here. The trading volume is not extensive, but based on the market cap, I mean, it's pretty good. It's trading almost 10% of the market cap. If you can get something trading almost 10% of the market cap and it's going up, it's a nice thing to look at. They're doing that. Problem is that people realize profits because that's what they do. Now, up till now, did you guys know about Picasso? Did you know about that thing? 300% over the last 30 days, 450% over the last 14 days. Did you guys know about this one? No. You only really going to hear about it because it's going up. And Psy is kind of doing the same thing. Would I really dig my heels in on that one? Well, we don't give financial advice on this channel, but I don't own any because it kind of falls into that agoric kudos stage. They're just really, really tough knives to catch. And I like to catch knives. This is what I do. But those ones are a little bit tough for me. So that's my opinion on it. I could be wrong. Believe anything you want to believe. I say it went up because it was going up and people piled in. Crypto. Go, Bell.
Makokada Streamwalker, missed the train on Arai. Too late now?
It's your money, bro. It depends, man. Look, I will get into positions late because I will get in there with other people's money. I understand the way I do crypto is not the way you're supposed to do crypto. You're supposed to buy it, hold it, believe it, and all that stuff. But I don't do that. What I will do is find undervalued assets. I will let them ride up. I will peel profits off them, and then I get out of them. If I have no long-term interest in it, I will still harvest the shit out of it if the market conditions let me. I made a whole bunch of money on Picasso. Right now, I own no Picasso, none. I made a bunch of money on it. I will take that money and I will buy different things that I find interesting or that I have a long-term interest in. So the price that I pay for something like Arai is meaningless because it's not my money. So whether I am buying it 20% overpriced or 20% underpriced, it really doesn't matter because it's not my money. It's other people's money. But I'm still only going to do that into tokens that are a little bit high. Arai is a little bit high. It's holding up there because of fetch. All right. I know we don't discuss fetch a lot either, but it's holding up there in that big value because it's got the AI narrative and it's running with Fetch. Fetch is my single biggest victory in crypto, period. My single biggest victory in crypto. And I have SiftChain to thank for that, by the way. SiftChain is the one that thanked for that. Because when SiftChain's market maker, by the way, that was what they said. It was their market maker. It wasn't their fault. It was their market maker that rugged it. I was stuck in there due to the lock-in, and I lost millions of dollars in those 7 days. I couldn't get my money out, but I took what I could get loose, not all of it, but I took about $400,000 of what was left, and I poured it into Fetch at 6 cents, little over 6 cents, and that's where it's sitting right now. So that is my single biggest latest victory in crypto, and I don't think I'll catch that one again, Bell. The only one that's going to do that for me again is going to be Jackal, but that was just because I bought so much when it was at 2 cents. But Arai is holding up in there because Fetch is holding up in there. Now, Fetch, unlike Arai, is in the news. These guys are out at all the trade shows. Their digital twin or their digital assistant is actually going to launch. And that thing's how long has that thing been in development for, Bill? The digital assistant.
Like a year and a half, 2 years?
I mean, it was years ago that we were talking about that damn digital assistant, but now it's finally going to launch. In fact, they were trying to. It was one of the big networks, and they were trying to just basically show them how it works because it's mobile, and they cut them for time. But Fetch is out getting all of this big press, and it is big press. These are not, little mom and pops are going on, like ThePodocasts or something like that. These guys are out there talking to networks. The word is out. The word is out, and the products are going to be coming out. So as 2024, 2025 is simply going to be the AI and DPIN narrative. That's it. The magic internet money stuff's going to fade out. My opinion. It's my opinion. They'll keep riding it as long as they possibly can because it's not hard to do. But the real products, the workhorses, your AI that are actually delivering products, and your decentralized physical internet that is actually a lot of work to set up. You got to. I mean, it's infrastructure. All right, it takes a lot of work and it grows slow, but those are going to be the years for that. And honestly, look, man. That's the one for me. All right, that's the one for me because I also bought a cash at 20 cents, and look at it now. So yeah, we'll be just fine on this. But that's what is more or less holding up Arai. I think if you took out Fetch AI and you took out Singularity or Ajax, which I haven't even checked that price lately, and I own it. But I got a hunch that it's doing just fine over the last year, and yeah, it seems to be holding up in there. But Fetch is getting all the press now, and people are talking about it, and people are using it, and non-crypto people are talking about Fetch. That's what you need. If you really want to see that thing pop and go, you've got to break out of the crypto bubble. Fetch did it, and Akash is doing it. So when you bust those two things together and you start getting actual legacy money over here looking at it, man, it's just a party, endless party, and I'm glad I got in when I did. Anyway, Belle, please carry on.
New type. Scott, what were your thoughts on that spaces that Astrovault had with Juno and Whale?
That wasn't good, man. I would have went a different way. I'm just gonna. I'll just kind of leave it there. I would have went a different way. If you want to disagree with somebody, disagree with them. I disagree with a lot of people that are on this show, and you guys hear my reasoning. But I give you context. This is why I disagree with you specifically. But I've never heard something that bad. Well, Eric, you're just basing all of your decisions assuming that you're right. That was literally said. You're just assuming you're right. Well, I got to ask, man, how do you make your decisions? Honestly, what rationale do you use on your decisions to just say, and I understand what he wanted. He wanted Eric to come out and say, well, I could be wrong. But he didn't say it. And the guy just simply wouldn't let it go. He's basically saying, no, you're wrong. I'm right. And you need to say it. So I don't think it was a real good look. That, again, my opinion, man. What do I know? And I try not to have a go at other real commentators. I have no problem blowing apart shills. I will pound those guys. And I always get them with the straight one. How much token do you own? How much did you pay for? Out of your own pocket? Can you show the transactions? Can you show the wallet? Can you show any of that stuff? Because I show my wallets. I think it should be okay that you show yours. I have no problem attacking those guys. But other opinion editorial, and that's what we are. I have a I have a tendency not to go at them too hard, man. But yeah, that wasn't good. That was a little bit rough. My opinion. What do I know? Belle, carry on, please.
Brownsburg, I like that plan for the wallets.
Which plan? Context, dude. Which plan? And what are you talking about? Are you talking about over on a rye? Busting them into 25s. Okay. Well, like I said, man, I'm still considering it right now. It would be a hell of a lot easier for me just to take that wallet and get it to $100,000. It would be a lot easier for me to do that. Then I could say, hey, we 20x the wallet. It would be a lot easier because I'm only worrying about one thing. But, I got money, man. And if we could do something like that, that might help other people. We can call that educational. I'd be cool with it. I don't know. Me and Belle will talk about it. Carry on, Belle.
Microman, what makes Decenter move? Been one I can't get a handle on.
Decenter, believe it or not, they make their revenue through ads. They do make their revenue through ads, and they're going to be changing up their model a little bit in come 2024. They did release their new roadmap. They're going to fix the stuff that was broken, and they're going to be adding in a few things. Brave, for those of you who use the Brave browser, they make their money through advertising. That's the way that you're going to make your money on a browser. And because people don't want to be bothered with ads, they give you some of the token. If you'll sit through the ads, watch the ads, maybe interact with the ads, then you get tokens for it. And Decenter does the same thing, but they included a little button that says turn off all ads. So you're basically opting out of the ads, and you don't earn any tokens for it. But they're going to... Brave is just, it's not a great model, and I think Decenter is better. I just like the browser better. That's it. All of this is what you're looking at. All of this, all of these over here, this is all pure Decenter browser. That's what it is. So I like the browser. I don't really need the free dosh from watching ads, and I don't want to spend my time doing it. But that's what they're going to be implementing a lot heavier in 2024. And I happen to know that they've been working with Astrovault Eric on that a little bit, kind of modifying their business model a little bit. So I have high hopes for it. But that's how they actually earn. How does the token go up and down? More people buy it than sell it. There it is, man. There's no real mystery to this. Carry on, Belle.
Bud, anything going on with Crescent decks? They're on picture of Celestia ecosystem, so maybe they pivot to a roll-up?
They're dead. Crescent, yeah, no, I think they might. I don't know, man. Crypto is the pet cemetery over here. And look, I actually still have some money over there, Belle. I got $652. We have to get that off. No, their model was flawed. They never pivoted from it. They kept promising, wait for this next thing, wait for this next thing. I actually liked the decks. I thought their decks it wasn't bad. They have hit every wicket that I need in a dex. All right, they have a decently active order book, even though most of these orders are it's from the decks themselves, man. They're going to offer something up if you want it, but they're. A couple of their swap features were pretty nice. I had no real issue with it. I thought they were cool. Why do I have Beacree? Here you go. We'll swap it for Luna, Belle. We're going to swap the Beacree for Luna. Look, and I make 20 cents on it. I don't want the Luna either. I'm just illustrating the decks. It's not bad. All right. I think it's one of the more user-friendly decks out here. But the problem is their token. Their problem is that their DEX token. It's a DEX token that offers in crazy high rewards, even though they've come way down because they're broke. But they offer these just silly high rewards, and they pay you out in their DEX token. So, yeah, you're going to have a problem. Now, you can see their TVL here is just gone. I mean, they got nothing left over here. So, whatever was going to happen on Crescent didn't happen. It's a dying DEX. But, again, crypto, pet cemetery, nothing stays dead out here. Use it at your own risk. Hope that answered the question. Belle, carry on.
Microman, still seeing AMP on your ticker. Do you think it's going to do something?
Nope. I put it up there because I am a huge fan of nostalgia. That's really all it is. Whatever they were going to do, they didn't do. They should have done, and they didn't. And the last time that Bitcoin was sitting at $40-something thousand, AMP was about 5 or 6 cents. So currently it's at .00374. So I want to say they got a lot of work cut out for them. This is one of the most Stockholm Syndrome communities that I've ever seen. I mean, their devs shit all over them. Their PR people shit all over them. Everybody just endlessly shits all over them, and they just take it. I mean, they love it. They thank them for it. Yes, I mean, a single tweet about anything. You can put one of their guys puts out, "Boy, I sure like hot dogs," and everybody goes nuts. Oh my God, they're going to be selling hot dogs. We're going to make a fort. And yeah, I don't understand them. I don't understand how they keep tolerating it, but they do. So, no, I don't think AMP's doing shit all, but I leave it up there just for nostalgia. We started covering AMP. We've been covering AMP since it was Flexicoin. So, I mean, we've been in and around this thing forever, but no, I don't think it's going anywhere. My opinion, what do I know? Belle, carry on.
Will McDonald, why and when are you planning to scalp into Juno?
I've been doing it for a while now. I'll just put it there. It kind of ran away there not too long ago, and I sold all of it. But I'll start piling back into it. I don't know. I got a little bit on the little 5K wallet. Let me see. Let me get that one up there. Not a lot. A little bit on the 5K wallet, but that's just hubris, personal hubris. We got $1,100 that we pulled on that over the week. Oh, is Tia up a little bit? Look, Belle, Tia's up a little bit. We can buy some Juno with it. That's what we do over here. No, that's too much. We can only do 1.5 Tia. And yeah, pop it in. This is what I do, but I'll do this thousands of times. And, it adds up. So when they start running, when the market gets a little better, today was not a very good day or a very good example of it. But when the market really carries on, I'll pull, even on this little wallet, I'll pull $2-3 grand a day when the market's running right. And if you want to know how I do it, it's over on the Patreon. I put those videos up constantly. I don't recommend you do what I do. It's will absolutely destroy your blood pressure. So I don't recommend it, but you know what? Money's money. And if you got to, you got to do what you got to do. And this is kind of what I'm doing. So I do this across 3 or 4 different wallets. I won't pay a cent for this. You notice how none of this is costing me anything. It's just taking profits on one token and putting them into another. That's what I'm talking about with other people's money. So regardless what the price does on this, it's really irrelevant to me what it is when I buy it. It really doesn't matter. So I want to have enough in there that that they have to deal with me when I start joining their events and stuff like that. I want them to have to say, okay, what do you got on your mind? That's all we're trying to get there. So Belle, please carry on.
Microman, did you talk about why you're getting out of the validation game? If it's personal, no worries, or is validation not worth it anymore?
No, it's fine. I make a lot of money just doing this, man. I mean, I make a lot of money scalping, and it's starting validating is starting to feel a little bit disingenuous. There are people that are better at it than I am that can watch my tokens because, I have like my Jackal tokens and my Bitcannon, man. I got millions of all of these things, and I'd rather have them with somebody who this is what they do. This is what they do. Now, the downside is that I'm paying them to dump them on me. That's kind of the problem. So I have to validate with very, very specific validators that are not simply chain farming. And it's hard to find, particularly in the Cosmos, because most of these guys, when they're out there begging for their validations, well, validate with us. You should validate with us. And you're basically giving them the knife for them to cut your throat with, because they will take these tokens, they're farming these tokens, and they're going to dump these tokens. They call it expenses. Well, it's operating expenses. Guys, servers are not that expensive. They're really not. And once your validator is up and tuned up, it doesn't take a whole hell of a lot of work to maintain it. But neither here nor there. So I have to validate with very, very specific people that are deeply vested in the chain that are not going to dump those tokens on me. So all of the Jackal went to Astrovault because I know precisely what they're doing with those tokens. All of the Big Canna went to Leonore because she is deeply, deeply, deeply vested in the chain and won't dump tokens to hurt it. So those are the people that I want managing my money. Is very, very specific. As soon as somebody asks me for a validation, I'm not going to validate with you. I absolutely will not, because you don't have, I would doubt that you have enough skin in the game. You have less skin in the game than I do, and I'm loading the gun for you. So every time you harvest commissions, they turn into cash. You just dump tokens on me. So I'm not going to validate with people like that. But that's a personal thing, man. Aside from that, go with whomever you trust. But yeah, for us, we wanted to focus more on this. This is what we like to do. And I didn't make that much validating that it was worth the effort anymore, so we kind of moved on from it. Anyway, hope that answered the question. Belle, carry on.
I see you, and another user as well, Easy Rider. Thoughts on Kudos?
On Kudos. Kudos is, I'm a fan. But they absolutely lost control of their token. Now, look, Kudos, if you don't know Kudos, and we actually are using it for one particular thing that we're actually using Kudos for. It's basically, they're doing what a cash is doing. Problem is that they don't have the name recognition, brand recognition. They don't have the infrastructure, and they are like doing everything they can to stay out of the public eye. You never see people really getting up there talking about Kudos. Now, again, they are decentralized physical infrastructure. You can go over here, you can lease servers, pay for it with Kudos. They do what a cash does, but they are not as evolved as a cash is, with a $52 million market cap, and they lost control of this token so badly that it's really, really hard to catch the rushes. So, and I get it, man. Look, 30 days, all right, it's up 112%, man. That is a heroic victory in anybody's world. But take a cash, which does have the name recognition, brand recognition, has the infrastructure, and you look at them over the last year, up 1,134%. So, yeah, I like Kudos. I would invite them to the show. I would love to see them get more press, more visibility. I like the token, but there's too many people squatting on too much of this. And if you don't know what squatting is, it's what I do. It's finding the rock bottom, finding something like IOV that's down 40%. And it's basically a do nothing token. You don't hear about it. It doesn't have price action. People they're not flocking to it. But for someone like me that has capital, it's not a big deal to drop 10 grand in that and wait for a pump. So that's called squatting. That's called people that are sitting out there doing that. I don't even put them on order books. Even if there was one available, I wouldn't put it on the order book. I don't want people to know what I'm doing. So it's nothing to sit on these things, wait for the big pump, wait for it to go, and then you just iceberg out of it. Now, I don't dump it all at one time. I'm an experienced trader. I know how to iceberg. That means you do many, many small trades so that you don't shock it out. You don't want to dump on a token that's going up like this. You just want to start divesting yourself or de-risking your position, but you do it bit by bit by bit so that you don't shock the token price. People have been doing this to Jackal for a while now, and they sell in these great big clumps. They eat this massive slippage, and they stop whatever rush is going to be happening. They basically just cut the nuts out of it, because they will dump it all in one thing. Slippage be damned. Price impact be damned. They don't care. So they just let it all go. And, it scares it out. But Kudos, there's several of them over here. Kudos is one of them. Agoric is another one, man. These things are like impossible knives to catch. Passage is another one. They're rough they're rough. Good projects, but they're rough. So it's tough to find the right price to get into those. But I do like them. Hope that answered the question. Belle, carry on.
New type. Yes, Scott. Scalp Luna. I'm expecting a manipulation of a pump because Do Kwon won his appeal for overturning his extradition to the U.S.
Oh, and it'll pump, and I'll dump it again. I mean, I got no interest in it, man. But I like it if I can make some money on it. If I can make money on it, I'm wearing a Luna shirt. A huge fan. That's it. Long term, have no interest in that. But is it going to roll up a little bit? I think it might. I might own some Luna a little bit. I might be squatting. You never know. Hope that answered the question. Belle, carry on. And we are over time, so whatever's left, let's lightning round it.
Yep. Microman, are there any chains, perhaps Bitcana, where you could spin up a validator to learn and perhaps make a little?
Sure. It's easy to get into the active set. The easiest active set to get into out of any token that I'm deeply familiar with is Dissenter. You can spin it up right now, put in $100 and you're in the active set. So I'd take a look at Dissenter before I'd go with Bitcana. But yeah, they're smaller market cap tokens. It's easy to get into the active set. Carry on, Bill.
Last question coming in from Microman. Any news on Amuse? Will the Jackal tokenomics changes affect things?
No. The change of the Jackal tokenomics doesn't affect Amuse at all, because we're not a tokenized product. We're a cash product. So the news is they're still marrying the front end and back end. Holidays, man. You know, what are you going to do? We only got 2 devs. But if you think 2 devs are cheap, try to hire a couple. Yeah, it's still there, guys. It's holidays. I only got 2 devs. One of them is in the middle of the South Pacific, I think, right now. So, but it's coming soon. You know, the good thing is that we didn't pre-sell a token because we didn't have one. Was that the last question, Bill?
That was the last one, yes.
Perfect. All right, guys. So, again, Levana, I did my rant. I'm all done talking about it. I have no real interest in this. For me, it goes to competence. If you like it, enjoy, man. I hope you make a fortune. If it suddenly starts rushing up, odds are good that I will be there to scalp it because that's what I do. It's not personal for me. It's not personal. And if I'm not in it long, I don't really care about the competence of the team. All I'm trying to do is go to act as mercenary capital and go to war with other mercenary capital. So, you know, it is what it is. Welcome to crypto. But yeah, they're long term. Nah, it's that's not really for me. But I'm not going to go heavy in any perp decks anyway, man. I got no interest in it. There's plenty of other good Deepin. I told you, man. Deepin AI. That's where my big money is. They're all performing admirably. I couldn't be happier. But yeah, for the rest of it, I don't even need to scalp anymore, man. I just do it out of habit. But yeah, no, I'm rooting for the best. I'm hoping for the best. I'm really, really rooting for Levana. I think you're going to see that. You're going to see some interesting price action on it tomorrow when their airdrop comes. You know what happens on airdrops. Everyone's holding on to TIA. That's the thing. They're all looking back. Well, look at TIA, man. It just absolutely boomed. That was one. Levana is not TIA. All right, just get that out of your head. But airdrops, man, that's the way. That's the Cosmos way. Anyway, guys, had a wonderful time. Appreciate you guys sticking with me tonight. We will be back on Thursday. We might bring somebody on. I'm sure we will. But yeah, join us again Thursday. Turn it over to Belle. Talk us up. Take us out.
All right. Again, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who joined us tonight, we can't say thank you guys enough. We do appreciate each and every one of you guys, and we appreciate the comments and questions from you. Definitely keep those coming. Now, as Scott was just saying, we are going to be back on Thursday at our normal time of 6 p.m. Central Standard. In between now and Thursday, if you guys have any more comments, questions, or concerns, definitely don't hesitate to shoot Scott or myself an email, scott@thepodcast.com or bella@thepodcast.com, and we'll get those answered for you. Again, we can't thank you enough, guys, and we'll see you on Thursday.
I got less than half the likes, guys. Hit the up button. Help me out. Just help me out. I'm not asking you for money, man. Just click the little arrow. Anyway, yeah, that's it, guys. See you Thursday. we are dropping new videos and podcasts every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. And be sure to look for us on Instagram, Twitter, and Parler at ThePodocasts. Also, visit our page at ThePodocasts.com, all one word, for all of our most current